Hello students. In the last period, I had discussed about the perimeter or length of a curve which has three forms: the Cartesian form, the polar form, and the parametric form. And the equations for each of them we have discussed in the last period, and two of the examples already we have taken to find the length of the curve. Then we'll start with the third example. Find the length of one arc of the cycloid x is equal to a into t minus sine t, y is equal to a into 1 minus cos t. Solution: as a point moves from one end O to the other end of the first arc, the perimeter T increases from 0 to 2 pi. So this is at t is equal to 0 and it is at t is equal to 2 pi. Then this equation is given in the parametric form. Therefore, we form the derivatives dx by dt is equal to a into 1 minus cos t, dy by dt is equal to a into sine t. Therefore, length of an arc is equal to integration from 0 to 2 pi square root of dx by dt square plus dy by dt square into dt. This is the formula to find the arc length of a parametric form of a curve. Then we just put the derivative dx by dt and dy by dt and take the square of that. This becomes 0 to 2 pi a into 1 minus cos t square plus a into sin t square. Then squaring this value, a square becomes square of this value is a square. Then the square of this value is 1 plus cos square t minus 2 cos t plus a square sin square t and dt of this value. Then a square is common from these two terms, taken outside becomes is equal to a. Then here you get 1 plus sin square t plus cos square t. Cos square t from this, sin square t from this becomes sin square t plus cos square t minus 2 cos t and then dt. That is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, this becomes 1 plus 1. This is equal to 2. 2 minus 2 cos t. That 2 we can take it outside, becomes a root 2. Then 1 minus cos t into dt. Then this becomes a root 2. Integration from 0 to 2 pi. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sine square theta by 2 into dt. Then this becomes 2a, that root 2 you can take it outside, root 2 and root 2 will get cancelled, becomes equal to a into a, that's equal to 2a. Then 0 to 2 pi sine t by 2 into dt. Then go for the integration of this. This equal to minus of cos t by 2 divided by 1 by 2. So therefore, when you put the upper limit, this becomes a t is equal to 2 pi, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, becomes equal to cos of pi. Cos of pi is minus 1 and this minus 1 becomes plus 1. This 2 goes in the numerator, becomes is equal to plus 2. Then minus of minus becomes a plus value. When t is equal to 0, this becomes cos of 0 and cos of 0 is 1. So therefore, this 2 goes in the numerator, this becomes equal to 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8a. Therefore, length of arc of an curve is equal to 8a, which was in the form of a parametric curve. Then we'll go to the next problem, that is example 4. Determine the length of a curve whose parametric equation is x is equal to e raised to minus t cos t, y is equal to e raised to minus t sin t, t lies between 0 and pi by 2. directly differentiating x with respect to t, you get dx by dt, apply the product rule and get the derivative of this is equal to derivative of e to the power minus t is minus e to the power minus t cos t as it is, and the derivative of cos t is minus sin t and e raised to minus t as it is as far as dx by dt is concerned. Then dy by dt, similarly the derivative of this again using product rule minus e raised to minus t sin t plus e raised to minus t into cos t. Then squaring dx by dt and dy by dt, you get dx by dt square plus dy by dt square, square of these two values is equal to e raised to minus 2t, then cos square t plus e raised to minus 2t sin square t. Then 2 times of the product, 2 times e raised to minus 2t sin t into cos t. Similarly, for the next term, that is dy by dt square e raised to minus 2t sin square t plus e raised to minus 2t cos square t minus 2 times e raised to minus 2t sin t into cos t. So this is with a minus sign, this is with a plus sign, will get cancelled. Then when you take the combination of e raised to minus t, e raised to minus t, this becomes cos square t plus sin square t is 1. Here also cos square t plus sin square t is equal to 1. So therefore you get that's equal to e raised to minus 2t plus e raised to minus 2t is equal to 2 times e raised to minus 2t. Therefore, the length of the curve is equal to s is equal to integration from t1 to t2 square root of dx by dt square plus dy by dt square into dt. That is integral from 0 to pi by 2 square root of 2 times e raised to minus 2t into dt. Root 2 you can take it outside. Then the integral of 0 to pi by 2 square root will get cancelled, becomes equal to e raised to minus t and dt. Then this is equal to root 2. Integral of e raised to minus t is e raised to minus t divided by minus 1. That is the limits from 0 to pi by 2. That is root 2. When t is equal to pi by 2 with a minus sign, you get this value. When t is equal to 0, minus of minus becomes plus. That is equal to 1. 1 minus e raised to pi by 2. So therefore, s is the length of the curve is equal to root 2 1 minus e raised to minus pi by 2. Then we'll go to the next problem. Find the perimeter of the curve r is equal to a cos of theta plus sine theta, where theta lies between 0 and pi. Now here r is a function of theta. That is, you get a polar curve. Then differentiating r with respect to theta, you get dr by d theta is equal to a into cos theta derivative is minus sine theta and sine theta derivative is cos theta. Then we find r square plus dr by d theta square. R square is the given value, that is a square cos theta plus sine theta square, and the square of this value, that is a square minus sine theta plus cos theta square of this value, that is a square. Square of this value is equal to cos square theta plus sine square theta plus 2 cos theta sine theta. Then square of this value, a square is taken it common, then that becomes sine square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sine theta into cos theta. Then this is with a minus sign, these two will get cancelled. This becomes 1 plus 1 becomes equal to 2a square. Then the length of the curve is equal to integration from 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta square and the integral of this with respect to theta. Then here this is equal to integral from 0 to pi, then root 2a into d theta, because this value is equal to 2a square. Root of this value becomes root 2, square root of a square becomes a, and then you are having this is d theta. Then d theta, integral d theta is theta between the limits 0 to pi. Therefore, you get root 2a, this is pi minus 0. Therefore, length of the curve, which is in the polar form, is equal to root 2 a into pi. Then the next problem is determine length of the loop of the curve r is equal to a theta square minus 1. Now here, as a theta varies from minus 1, 0 and 1, theta is minus 1 square is 1, then r is equal to 0. When theta is equal to 0, r is equal to minus a. When theta is equal to 1, again that r is equal to 0. Hence, traveling the loop of the curve, we get differentiating the curve with respect to theta, we get dr by d theta is equal to 2a theta. That is, theta square derivative is 2 theta multiplied by 2 becomes equal to 2a theta. Then r square dr by d theta square is equal to a square theta square minus 1 square plus 2a theta square. That is, when you expand this value, this a square will get as it is. Then square of this becomes theta raised to 4 minus 2 theta square plus 1. Then this is 4a square theta square. Then again, this is a square theta raised to 4 minus 2a square theta square plus a square and then plus 4a square theta square. Now this and these two are added. This becomes equal to a square into bracket theta raised to 4 plus 2 theta square plus 1. Then this is nothing but theta square plus 1 bracket square. That is a square into bracket theta square plus 1 bracket square. Square root of this value is equal to square root of this value is equal to a into bracket theta square plus 1. Therefore, length of the loop of the curve is that you are having theta varies from minus 1 to plus 1. Then this is square root of r square plus 1 plus, that is r square plus dr by d theta square is equal to this value. Then this becomes a theta square plus 1 with respect to theta. Then a is constant. Theta square integral is a theta cube upon 3 and the d theta is equal to theta. Upper limit is plus 1, lower limit is minus 1. Then put this limit. This is a. This is equal to 1 becomes 1 by 3 plus 1. Then this is minus of minus. That is, when theta is minus, this becomes a minus. Then minus because of the rule becomes plus 1 by 3. Then this is minus theta, minus of minus becomes plus 1. Therefore, combine these two values becomes 2 by 3 plus 2 is equal to, when you go on simplifying, this becomes 3 into 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8a upon 3. This is the arc length of the curve for the given equation. Then we'll take the last part of this. Example 7, find the entire length of cardioid r is equal to a into bracket 1 plus cos theta. Also show that the upper half is bisected by theta is equal to pi by 3. That is, you are having theta is equal to pi by 3. Then we'll go for the solution of this parametric IR. The polar curve, the cardioid is symmetrical about the initial line. And for its upper half, theta varies from 0 to pi. Okay, so this is at theta is equal to 0. This is equal to at theta is equal to 0. Then you get this point, that is, this becomes a point, theta is equal to 0, this becomes a. Okay, and this is at theta is equal to the corresponding value, and this is at theta is equal to pi by 3, and this is at theta is equal to pi. So therefore this becomes upper half of the curve. Okay, then here theta varies from theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to pi. Okay, then first we'll find the derivative of that cardioid, that is dr by d theta is equal to minus a sine theta. Then length of the curve is, because we want to find the entire length. Okay, so therefore for the entire length, this becomes a 2 times integration from 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta square into d theta. That is 2 times 0 to pi. Then again r square is a into 1 plus cos theta square. Then dr by d theta is minus a sin theta square into d theta. Then go on simplifying, you get this is equal to 1. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is also equal to 1. Then you are having this value becomes, that is a 2 and 1 plus cos theta into d theta. Then you are having 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2, and square root of that is equal to root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. 2 goes outside, becomes equal to 4a. Then this becomes 0 to pi. Then you get cos theta by 2 into d theta is equal to 4a sin theta by 2. That is the integral of cos theta by 2. Sin theta by 2 divided by 1 by 2. Put the lower limit and the upper limit. When you put the upper limit, this becomes sin pi by 2 minus sin 0. Then this 2 goes this side, becomes equal to 8a. Sin pi by 2 is 1, sin of 0 is 0. Therefore, this becomes 8a. 8a is the entire perimeter or the entire length of the cardioid, and this is equal to 8a. Then this is the entire length. Then length of the upper half of the curve, that is half of this, is equal to 4a. Also, length of arc AP from 0 to pi by 3, that's equal to 60 degrees, is equal to a 0 to pi by 3 square root of 2 into 1 plus cos theta into d theta is equal to 2a. Then 0 to pi by 3 cos theta by 2 into d theta is equal to 4a sin theta by 2 from 0 to pi by 3 is equal to 4a into 1 by 2. This is, put the upper limit, becomes 1 by 2 minus 0 is equal to 2a. That is equal to half of the length of the upper half of the cardioid. Now this is equal to 2a, and therefore this becomes half of the upper cardioid, which was full was 4a, half of that is equal to 2a. So this becomes the end of the perimeter or length of the curve in all the three forms, either Cartesian coordinate form or polar form or parametric form. In the next video, I'll give you the corresponding notes and the corresponding problems on the fifth topic, that is what we call the coordinate system, the Cartesian coordinate system, spherical coordinate system, and the cylindrical system, and sphere, cone, and cylinder. That is what we call the solid geometry. Thank you.